Video is brave. I want to scope out a little bit and talk about the bigger context for this, and then we'll come back to the video piece, because women and bravery is one of my favorite things to enable more of, help enable more of in the world. It's one of my core motivations. I sold or donated everything that I own a couple years ago to free up, everything I owned that wouldn't fit into my car at that time, to free up funds and flexibility, basically to reinvent my life and my career as well. And that for me involved quite a bit of travel. Now I went to Ecuador. I didn't drive there, but I did fly to Ecuador. But when I got there, I realized I was looking at a 9-hour bus trip at nighttime to get to another city, because I thought I had booked the ticket for the day trip and I had read it wrong. And anyway, I was on the 9-hour trip that night. So my options were spend the night in the bus station or just take the bus. So I took the bus. This was very soon after my divorce, and I was still pretty raw. And so I ended up in this hilltop park in this very tall or high city in the Andes Mountains, probably the highest I've ever physically been on the earth in my life. It was early morning, and I could almost, I swear, feel the earth like rotating. And this is the moment when I was supposed to tell you all this clarity descended upon me, and I knew just what to do with the rest of my life, and I knew I had made the right decision, and I felt better. And I can't tell you that, because none of that's true. I felt more empty and scared and small, like a little 4-year-old. And I was thinking, what have I done? And what am I going to do? So I had this emptiness inside of me, and I didn't know what to do. But what I had to do was keep moving. I mean, I continued with my trip, and and that feeling came and went. So it wasn't like my whole trip was like that. But I continued with my trip, and little by little, these experiences that I was able to have because of the sacrifices I had made earlier started to fill up little pieces of me. But what I learned is I had to hold space for that emptiness, to let other things come in and not rush to stuff in there, so I would just find myself back in the same place, right? You have to hold space for this emptiness. It feels uncomfortable, but then things do come in to create the next piece of who you're going to be. And part of that is a braver person. Like, I'm much braver than I used to be, but here's the thing. I was recently in a group coaching call, very fortunate to be in on this coaching call with a mindset coach. His name is Greg Sugarman. And he said, the bravery that you're looking for, the courage to get you through a certain moment, it doesn't come until after you take the action. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly right. And it sucks because you need it before. But if you had it before, then it wouldn't be hard, So I hadn't really ever thought of it that way. But because courage and bravery is not lack of or the absence. What is that saying? It's not the absence of fear. It's the taking action instead of. It's taking action in the face of fear. That's what gets you next past it, and that's where you get the little bravery gold star, and you do feel a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger after you've done those things. So what does this mean for you for video? Okay. So what I would like for you to think about in the face of feeling scared around doing video is, if you just take action around it, it will get better. Taking action around video will create more bravery for you in doing video. And eventually you will get better at it, because anything you practice, you get better at. I'm not perfect on video at all, but I'm way better than I used to be, and it's because I've had to practice. So that's my bigger message for you is, there is a lot of practical consideration around building bravery, and it has to do with practice. Just putting yourself out there in a way that feels uncomfortable until it feels more comfortable. And then you got, again, that little bravery gold star, and you can move to the next level. So we're here for you for sure with that, and we can help. Okay, thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Please subscribe. Bye.